Okay, hey, how is everybody? Welcome to another Paint the Edge Off. We're teaching you to make a cool painting in about an hour and get a little drunk doing it. My name's Joel, and today we're going to be painting this painting right here. The Floral Azul, I don't know. Blue, flowers, not the best picture, but it's a cool painting. It looks a lot better than this picture looks, but yeah, that's what I'm going to walk you through today. Before I get started on the painting, I'm going to tell you what you're going to need for it. Also, if you haven't already, search Paint the Edge Off and like and share and subscribe and follow and all those things. Also, like I do with all my classes, I'm going to give away a free giveaway painting. All you have to do is correctly answer my subjective trivia question first in the comments, and I will send you a free painting of your choice. Okay, with that being said, here's what you're going to need today. You will need a canvas. I use 16 by 20 canvases. I also have an easel. You can have something to sit on, or you can lay it down flat, but you're going to want something to paint on, okay? I've got some paper towels, okay? I've got a water cup, slim chickens, okay? Because I ate a lot of slim chickens, so water cup is good. You need something to mix your paint in with. I've also got whiskey. I've got a blow dryer. This helps me dry my painting layers nice and fast. I've also got paper plates that I use for my palette. You can use whatever you want, but I use paper plates. And then I've got some tools here, okay? I've got just a regular pencil, okay? And I've got a little knead eraser in case I need to erase something. I've also got a couple pieces of chalk. Alright, I got a blue and a orangey color. Got a Sharpie, I probably won't use that today, but it's good to have around. And then I got my 4 brushes. I got my big flat brush, I got my medium flat brush, I got my medium round brush, and I have my little round brush, okay? So I'm gonna take all 4 of those, put them in there, leave those there anytime I'm not using them. And then I've got black, I've got white paint, I've got a bright red paint, I've got a phthalo blue, I've got light yellow, and I've got a burnt umber, which is essentially just a brown color, okay? So those are all the colors, everything I need for this painting. So with that being said, let's take a shot. Cheers, paint the edge off. Okay, let's go. Let's get this shot counter going. Uno shots. Okay, first thing we want to do here is just paint our background this color. Now it's mostly just a white with a tiny bit of yellow, tiny bit of red. Actually not red, it's actually a little bit of brown, but it's mostly white. So let's get a whole shitload of white on our plate here. And let's take a little drop of yellow, a little drop of brown. Oh, excuse me. And let's take our big brush out of our water cup there. Tap it off so you feel fancy. Take your brush, stir that water in with your white paint, and we're just going to start covering this whole canvas with white.
What do you think?
Okay, we're going to get going with our white. Let's take our brush, stir the water in, get it nice and mixed in, a nice viscosity. And we're just going to start brushing this in up and down. Now, this is one of those people say, oh, the first hardest step is, one of that white canvas and making that first big mark. Well, this is just white paint, so you don't have to be too stressed out about that, okay? Just go for it. Look, oh man, look, you can't ruin it with white. It's already white. So just get going, okay? You're so comfortable in there. Get going with white. Alright, and away we go. I might even need more white paint than I have. But that's what we're going to use. And yeah. Alright, how's everybody doing out there? Happy Wednesday. Whiskey Wednesday. I have whiskey this week. Last week, I was unable to get whiskey because of snowstorms, so I had to drink gin and vodka, and I chased it with pickle juice. It was pretty bad. You can go back and watch that and watch me struggle. I think it was kind of, at least it was hopefully a little entertaining, at least, because it was not ideal for me drinking all this. Okay, so we're going to get this all covered in white. This white. This white's a greedy girl. Okay, this white's she's a size queen. She wants it all. So you just get going with that white and you just don't stop. Alright, you just cover this whole thing in white paint. Oh, white paint, huh? She's a greedy girl. Okay, once we get this whole canvas painted in white, then we'll take some other colors like some light yellow, some light red, or sorry, some light brown, I mean, and we'll kind of mix that in there, okay? Okay, look, we did it. We got it all painted white. All right. What's up, Riley? Riley says paint a Pokemon. No. Cheers. Okay, we've got our canvas painted white before it dries. Let's get a little bit of yellow on our brush. Let's take some yellow, mix some yellow in here with our white. We get a nice lot yellow. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this, we're gonna streak this through here. Okay, we're gonna go streak it. All right, let's just put a little bit in like that. And I can even take my brush and whap it off. And then we'll just brush this shit in. Okay, let's just get brushing there. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now this white's a greedy girl. It don't like sharing with the yellow. But yellow says, hey, I want some too. And guess what? White's just gotta go with it. Now let's get some of this going on. Cheers, Riley. Let me take another shot here in a minute. Riley, I have whiskey this week, so that's good. Good for me. You know what? No. Just because Riley says paint a picture of some flowers in a vase. Now that you say it, actually I'm not. Now I'm going to paint a Pokemon. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take some more white and get a little bit of brown in there. And we just got a nice light brown. Nice light brown number. And I'm gonna put this maybe in some places here, maybe some here, a little over here on this edge. And then again, you know, I might wipe my brush off. Okay, wipe. Okay, don't forget to wipe. Right? Everyone forgets to wipe. Not me. I wipe a lot. My brush, that is. Some say I wipe too much. You know, but that's how I paint. Okay, so get off my back. Take a little bit more white. Well, maybe I want to calm down some of these yellows, and I might take some white in here to kind of play with that a little bit, but I'm not going to go overboard with it, okay? Because you can easily go overboard, then all of a sudden we get this crazy big mess. Try not to do that, but I'm going to take a little bit of white, maybe just mix some of this in here, get some of that. Like I said, this white is a size queen. You know, it's a greedy girl. This white wants it all, you know? So, there we go. Now, you probably can't even see any of that. Here we go. Now, if I bend it down there where my light's not so bright on it, you can see some of those little variations. Okay, so this layer, you know, that I'm painting, you can't even really see it. But, trust me, I'm doing something, okay? Okay, let's take another shot. And, let's blow dry our painting. And let's put up the trivia question. And we'll keep going, okay? So, hiya! Shot time. Let's see here. I should do a topless painting, says Riley. Get that shirt off your back. Blow dry these balls. I could do a topless one. We'd have to clear it with the Board of Health. You know how they are. Cheers, Riley. Okay, today's trivia question. If you want to win a free painting Today's trivia question is, who would win in a spelling bee? Okay, is it A, Fonzie, B, Cosmo Kramer, C, Michael Scott from The Office, D, I don't know, E, Charlie Kelly, F, Ted Lasso, G, Ray Donovan, or H, who friggin' cares? Okay, so that's your trivia question for today. Whoever answers this trivia question first correctly in the comments will win a free painting of your choice. So yeah, answer that. Let's see. Some of these shows. Cosmo, obviously, from Seinfeld. Fonzie from Happy Days. Michael Scott from The Office. Ted Lasso from Ted Lasso. Ray Donovan from Ray Donovan. Charlie Kelly from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Okay, and we already have a guest for Charlie Kelly. Now, not Charlie Day, Riley, Charlie Kelly, alright? Fonzie was too cool for school. You know what's funny? I was watching some show and I feel like this cliche always comes up where the bell rings and the teacher has to yell over it while the kids are flying out of the classroom. You know, what I was watching the other day was like that, but the show is like realistic. It wasn't like a super unrealistic drama type show. I can't remember what it was, but they still did that cliche thing. And I'm just telling you, like, I've worked in schools. It doesn't happen. Like, you know, hey, and don't forget there's a test Monday. Every time. And every movie that there's a classroom, the bell rings and the teacher is yelling over the bell to the kids as they run out of the classroom. Just, I don't know. It's just so cliche at this point. Like, you know, another thing, if you watch movies, start doing this. Watch this. When you see a movie and someone's on the phone, watch when they hang up. They never say bye. Rarely. Sometimes, but very rarely. Unless it's like a very emotional, close, like, person and it's not a big deal. They're like, okay, bye. Usually they're like, that's right. Get on it or else I won't see you again. Click. They always hang up on each other. Even if it's like a close friend, there's no reason to hang up on somebody. They always hang up on each other. They never say bye, because I guess it would be not as dramatic if you're like, okay, well, Lily needs it, and she really needs it, and talk to us soon, okay? Oh, okay, bye. Okay, bye. Yeah. I'll talk to you soon. I guess that's why. I don't know, but like, it's just so unrealistic. Like, you would say bye when you hang up the phone. Cliches. Classic cliche. And some other ones. Come up with some good cliches. Riley says your painting has no paint on it. It does have paint on it, Riley. It's just subtle. Okay, it's a language of subtlety, Riley. Something you know nothing about. Okay, cheers. Okay, another shot here. Now what we want to do is we want to kind of draw in. We're going to draw in where our flowers and our little glasses are. These little, not necessarily vases to me. They look like glasses. That could be whatever you want. But let's see. Let's see if this shows up at all. If I do that, man, you can't even see it. You can barely see it. This light I have is too bright. That's what I think. But I could take a pencil. Maybe that'll show up. Let's see if my pencil shows up. No, it doesn't. It's just too bright. Maybe I'll draw like this so we can see it. Okay, let's start with our two big main glasses. Now, the main two glasses are right through the middle. So I find about the middle of our canvas. And let's just draw a big oval here. All right, there's one. Let's draw another oval here. Try to make it the same size, but if it's different, that's okay. Okay, there's our two ovals. Look, we drew ovals. Wow. What I do is I just kind of go round and round and round. Try to keep my hand as horizontal as I can. Okay, and then I'm going to draw the lines just straight down from the farthest corners, okay? Go to the very furthest. If this overlaps, it overlaps. If you're see-through, that's okay. You can see that edge through the glass. That's fine. So there they are. There's our two glasses. Okay, now what we want to do really, if we really think about it, and you really want to get down to brass tacks, is we want to paint drawing where our big blue flowers are. So let's start with our big ones, okay? Big ones. Okay, let's start. Man, I really need to adjust my light. It's so bright. Okay, let's put this is our biggest one right here. This one is going to be, I don't know, size of maybe a little smaller than a baseball on a 16 by 20 canvas. Somewhere in that range. But you know, just give yourself a nice, good sized flower there. Okay, and then let's have go ahead and draw a little line down. Okay, now this is going to be the stem of that flower, right? Okay, we see that. Now, right up above this little rim of this lip of this rim of this glass, let's go ahead and make another little stem that branches off there, and let's have that kind of float down here. Okay, and we've got another little flower here, and then another little flower there. I'm just gonna draw circles for those. Okay, and then maybe we'll have another flower here, right there. Ooh, right in front. See that? Right in front of that. And then let's go ahead and draw another big stem that kind of goes through here. Now, you can make these different every time. Every time I do my flowers, I kind of rearrange where my stems and my flowers are. Okay, but this one kind of goes up, and that's what this one's attached to. There's a big stem for that guy. Or girl. It's a girl flower, guy flower, either way. But off of that, we have a couple little branches, a little branch off, and a couple of flowers there. And up here, we got a littler one, and a nice big size one there. Okay. So that's those flowers. Let's add, looks like I've got 3 more on this other one. So let's do one, let's do this one right here. This one goes kind of up towards this top corner. And let's put a circle here. Now some of these are angled to the side. Let's say this one here is also angled to the side. So if you can see that, not easy to see, but there's my circle. And then if I kind of make a little ice cream cone out of it, boom. Now it's kind of, you can kind of see a little ice cream cone section. Okay, what else? Okay, let's put this, make a little ice cream cone out of that. Ice cream cone. Let's put another little ice cream cone right here. Let's put one more in here. This is kind of a nice big empty section there. And we'll have that be another little stem. Okay, so that's kind of where our big flowers are, okay? Now outside of that, we got these red flowers. I don't know what they are, but there's some kind of flower. And these are kind of like, really wherever we want. So I think I'm just gonna draw the stems in for those. And then kind of dab, you know, my reds in for that. But those are just gonna draw, I'm not even gonna draw those in. You know what? Screw it, all right? Let's take a shot and move on. Let's get some actual paint on my canvas that you can actually see. Okay, but there's the start. I know it's not the most exciting start, okay? But that's where it is, and, you know, get over it. Today's trivia question is, who'd win in a spelling bee? A, Fonzie, B, Cosmo Kramer, C, Michael Scott, D, I don't know, E, Charlie Kelly, which has already been guessed, that one's off the table, F, Ted Lasso, G, Ray Donovan, or H, who friggin' cares? Okay? So we'll see who gets it right. Cheers. Alright, shot 5. Okay, let's start painting. I'm not eating time up because I haven't done this painting in over a year, but I'm just getting ready. Okay, let's get some white paint and some blue paint. First thing we're gonna do is first thing we want to do is we're gonna get our flowers in, and then we'll put the glass on top. But before we do that, we do want to take our medium flat brush out, get some white and some blue paint, and we're gonna paint one part of this glass before we paint, excuse me, the flowers and stuff. Okay, so let's get some white and some blue mixed up here. Philip, what are you doing? Philip? Okay, well, my cat's laying down. Hey, kitty. Hey, Philly boy. He's like obsessed with me, this cat. Lacey thinks he loves her just as much as he loves me, but he loves me more. It's well documented. Okay, so we got this medium blue here. We got phthalo blue with white. Not super light, it's just kind of a regular old medium blue here. And what I want to do, the one line we want to trace before we get going is this back line of the oval. So, you can't see my drawing. There's the back line of that oval. There's the back line of this oval. I want to trace that in. Now, what I want to do is get myself a good amount of water. Make sure this is nice, liquidy. It's going to flow right. Okay, I'm going to flip it over, pull through, flip it over, kind of keep my brush flat. If there's any thick spaces on my brush, might scrape it off. Lay it down. Okay. Okay, so what I want to do here is I'm going to put my brush straight to my canvas. Okay, don't lean it, any angle, just straight to it. And I'm just going to drag my straight thing and I'm going to twist my hand. Just twist, turn my brush a little bit as I drag, okay? There we go. There's uno mark. Dos. And that's all the blue marks. Okay, let's wash our brush out. Okay, now what we want to do next is we're going to start putting stems in. Okay, let's get some yellow in here. Okay, we got yellow over here. Now we can mix up some nice green paint. Now this is where once we get going, really it's up to you what brush you like to use. I'll probably use the flat brush for my stems and then the round brush for my actual flowers. So for now I'm going to use my medium flat brush. And you know, let's take another shot. Because, I don't know, it's been 5 minutes, and let's take a shot. So anyway, what's some other cliches? Yeah, no one ever says bye in movies. No one ever says bye when they hang up the phone. And it's one of those things you're like, yeah, they do, but then you go back and watch the movies, like, they never do. They rarely ever do. They're always like, it better be there Thursday. Blah, 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 blah. Click. Like they even say something, or it's not even like they hang up on it. It's like they say something, the other person says something, and it's like, okay, click, that scene's done. Or they just are done. It doesn't make any sense. But the teacher in the classroom cliche where the bell rings and the teacher has to scream something before they all leave, just never happens. Cheers. Anybody has any other movie cliches? Throw them out. Okay. Alright, so we got some paint on our canvas. Okay, so now stems. Okay. Like I said, I'm not stalling. Okay, I'm just getting ready. Okay. What am I doing this one? Okay. Blue and yellow makes green, everybody. So you know, blue and yellow makes green. I'm always shocked when I talk to people and I'm like, well, yeah, orange. Well, you know, it makes orange. Well, yeah, red and yellow makes orange. They're like, it does? Well, I didn't know that. It's like, you know that? What makes green? Yellow and blue. But, you know, no one cares. No one cares about art. So, I guess that's what we learned today. Okay, let's get some green on here. Just mix up a green, whatever color you want. Really, it doesn't have to be too specific. It could be lighter green or more of a bluish green or yellowish green. Yellow's gonna make it lighter, but let's get yourself a green and let's just drag this shit on here. Here we go. Hey, look, it's a stem. We did it. Hey, look, here's another stem. What you know? What do you know about that? Down here at the bottom, look at this thing on this.
The strangest thing is, they think your name close, but It ain't as it appears. I love being me, cause it's nothing like my peers. I'm the coolest thus far from the things that they fear. One time for my widow raps. Solo gone, I got my Jedi back. I like to let off facts. Power level low, you can't see my
Blue and red make purple. Lance, you win a prize. You win. Shit, Lance, I need to get you those paintings, too. I got them sitting here. And give them to you. Lance, you're right, though. Blue and red make purple. Should I give like a quiz? Sometimes maybe that should be my trivia question. Some days just what makes purple. Okay, now this is a separate stem, so let's draw a separate big one here. Sometimes where I drew those lines it just changes, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Unless your lines for your painting are very important, you know, that you really need that these lines are structurally important for the composition of your painting, then sure. But for, you know, this Philip, if the structures for your lines are important to the composition of your painting, well then you might want to think about it. But you know, for something where, you know, it doesn't really matter too much really, the stems are just going to be lines kind of crossing. It's okay. Philip? Oh my god. My cat just chases bottle caps around the floor. And it is adorable, but distracting. I'm going to try not to get too distracted. Okay, now the other thing I'm going to do with my green right here is I'm going to make some little petals, like right, some little petals. So let's go ahead and just go, well, you could do it this way. You could also go like this and drag it back. You could take your small round brush and kind of just press it down and drag it. And use the shape of your brush to make those. So I do want to put some of those in there. Maybe a couple more ones, you know. Let's put a few little ones here and there, kind of throughout my painting. I like to just kind of make two little marks. Two little, kind of like, I like kind of like parentheses. Blink, blink. And there you go. Okay, now before we move on, I do want to add some darker greens and lighter greens. So let's go ahead and mix some more blue up in here. Let's get some a little bit darker green with some more blue. I'm the coolest thus far from the things they fear, and I'm being myself. I missed the part where he said, no, can't catch me. Alright, so I'm gonna mix some more blue up in here with my green so I get a little bit darker green. Now again, I want a skinny line, so I want to really scrape this off and get some nice flat brush. A little flat brush. I feel like I'm high today or something. I don't know. I'm kind of low T, low energy. Okay, let's take some dark green. Boom. Ooh. That added something right there. Okay, let's go ahead and establish a light source. Let's say a light source is coming from top left or middle to top left. So I'm going to go ahead and just say this side's going to be a little darker there. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is already looking a little bit better. Philip, what are you doing over there, Philip? Philip? Philip's crazy. Okay, let's put a little there. Maybe. Okay, now every once in a while your brush gets a little thick. Mine's got a little thick. Okay, I want to flatten her out. So maybe I'll take this and give it a little squeeze. Just give it a little squeeze, you know? So I do with my girlfriend once in a while. Just give her a little squeeze when she's not expecting it and she burps or farts. That's pretty funny. Come behind her and wrap my arm around her and give her a squeeze. and then she farts or burps, and I think it's fine. Oh man, did we ever play the old? Okay, I know I'm older than some people watching, but do you remember the old Ren and Stimpy game for Sega Genesis? One of the moves, I always loved that game because me and my best friend would play it when we were kids, and we would be, one of you plays Ren, one plays Stimpy, and Ren would grab Stimpy and squeeze him, and he'd fart, and they'd jump up really high. And I always thought that was really funny. As a kid and as an adult, I still think it's funny. And I still think about that game. Okay, so I'm just kind of darkening up. I'm just kind of adding a little shadow side to some of these with some darker green. Let's go ahead and put one here. Ooh, look, there's a little petal for that. Now in here, maybe we just go like this. Maybe we have a little bit of darknesses on that. Anybody ever watch Ren and Stimpy with their kid? This show is crazy. I'm still baffled that I could watch that show. My parents didn't really want me watching Simpsons. I think that was more about the God thing. The Simpsons were pretty open about how they didn't believe in God. I think that was my dad's thing. But Ren and Stimpy was one where I'm like, this show's crazy. But I guess it wasn't about God or anything. It was just about weird stuff. Okay, we added some dark colors. Let's wash our brush out a little bit. You didn't really need to wash the brush out, but give a little bit of a swoosh. Let's add some more yellow to our green. We can make a nice light green. Nice yellowy green to add a little lightness to. Okay, we got a little light green going, a little lighter than our medium green. Even add maybe even more yellow. And now I'll use this to maybe add a little highlight, maybe a little light green somewheres. Let's put a little light green there. Ooh, my brush is not flat at all. It's kind of blobby. Maybe I scrape it off again. Maybe I kind of reshape it a little bit. Let's reshape. Let's reshape. Boom. Boom. Now if I'm imagining lights coming from here, kind of down, I'm going to imagine that's where light's hitting things. Maybe that's where I'll make my light greens be hitting. Maybe that's where. Just a little bit to give it a little bit more texture, shape, volume, all that.
Open your mind. Let us begin our quest to find the new sound.
Okay. Once we get this in, we'll be good to take a shot, and you know what? Boom. Ooh, I like that. Okay, we got our green stems in. Congratulations. Let's take a shot. Let's see. Let's put up trivia questions again. Who would win in a spelling bee? Now, Charlie Kelly's already off the table. We got things like Fonzie, Kramer, Ray Donovan, or you've got things like I don't know, or this is a dumb. Wait, what was the last one? Who friggin' cares? You know. Last week, I took like 16 shots, at least. And, oh, Nate's here, good. Nate was a witness. I just took one shot, and I was gonna say that, last week I took at least 16 shots. And I really botched my painting up, I'm not gonna lie. Everything was good until the final moments where the end is usually where the detail work is, and that's usually when I'm the drunkest. And I'm normally fine up until like 13 shots, but last week I took 16, and I think I found my my barometer. That was a good barometer for. Okay, I finally got too drunk to paint. Finally. So yeah, I do feel like Nate was there to see it. And you know what? I went back and watched it, and I know I took a shot before the camera was rolling anyway. So this is a good 17 shots. But anyway, that's not the point. Let's add some brown paint to our plate. Let's keep going. Nate, by the way, Nate just joined, so let me throw up the trivia question. Who would win in a spelling bee? Charlie Kelly's already off the board, but you still got Fonzie and Kramer, Michael Scott. You also got I Don't Know or Who Cares. There's another option. Ray Donovan, Ted Lasso. Okay, so. Okay, now I've got some brown paint. We're going to do kind of the same thing with brown paint. Now, we didn't draw in where these flowers are going to be, so we're going to kind of wing it, okay? Wing it just like you do when you're hitting on a girl in the bar. You just wing it, you know, you just go for it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I guess it's just a major failure and I'll be alone the rest of my life, you know? So let's wing it here with some brown paint. Now you can wing this and mess up and you won't be necessarily lonely the rest of your life. So it's less stakes, so go for it. Okay, let's get some brown paint. Throw our water in there. Still using my flat brush. And again, and again, and again. Here we go, brown paint. Now if your brush is a blob, scrape it off a little bit. Lay it down. Flip it over. Lay it down. I'm laying it down kind of flat. See how I'm laying it flat on my plate? Keeps my brush nice and flat. And let's get this stupid plate with green paint out of here. Okay, brown paint. Now I want to do probably 2 or 3 little stems in here. There's gonna be some reds up in here. Any blank areas is kind of where our brown stems are going. So here's a big blank area. Let's do that. Now I'm going to keep these super thin, so I'm going to drag them as lightly as I can. Okay, you want to barely, no pressure at all. Just let it glide. Okay, just let it glide in there. And maybe down here I can make it a little thicker. Just kind of. Okay, we're just gonna let it glide. I like to think that those songs will ring true. Now, a little bit of water goes a long way. Now, you want to get that nice solid brush stroke in there. A lot of times what it is your paint's just a little dried out. Okay. Okay. All right, let's put. Let's see. What did I paint my other one? I painted. Let's see, there's a little bit right here. Alright, let's just make this. There's one. Let's put another one that goes up here. Okay. Nate, you got any good movie cliches? I always brought up how in movies no one ever says bye on the phone, they just hang up. Very strange. But it's like a movie cliche. Now the other one I noticed this week was people every time there's a teacher in a classroom, whenever the bell rings, they have to yell over the bell. And the kids are just yelling and running out of the classroom, which is not realistic. But not every kid's a monster. Not every kid is a, inner city, I feel like that's where it started. Maybe it started like those inner city movies where there's this crazy school, and then everyone's like, ooh, that was exciting. We'll make every movie we ever make with a classroom like that. Okay, I'm done with the stems. Okay, we're done with stems. Let's take a shot. But anyway, that's another movie cliche. If you have another movie cliche, throw it out. There's a billion. Cheers. Okay, let's paint. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna paint the blue of our glasses, our vase that's holding these. Not really a vase, but I'm gonna call it that for now. Okay, still hanging on to our small flat brush, our medium flat brush here to make these. So let's go back to that. Let's make sure we really wash this out because we don't want any brown in our brush. Oh, here we go. We got one. Every time a woman shoots someone, she cries and drops the gun. Oh my god, yes. I can't believe they fall back into a wall and like slowly slide down it. Exactly what you're talking about. It's like, oh, it worked one time. Let's repeat the shit out of it until it's insane that it makes no sense. No matter what, even if it makes no sense, we'll keep using it. Okay, this is the blue I used earlier for this blue, so let's get that blue again. Let's take this blue here, let's mix it with some white so we get the same shade of blue. And you just have to play with it, add some more white or less. Oh crap, I got green in there. Oh crap, I got some green. Oh crap. Oh shit. Oh no, we gotta just abandon ship and get a new plate. Wash our brush out. I thought I could just use the same plate and conserve, but no. Guess I'm just not a conservative. Not a conservative, people. I'm also not a liberal, okay? I'm not nothing. Both sides suck, and I don't like either one. That's my political standing. This home, and my brother-in-law was like, "You ready to go to draft in World War III?" And I'm like, haven't we gone through this? Like, wasn't there a war last? Like wasn't it Syria the last one? We fucked up Syria. There's a big thing with Russia and Syria, and what happened then? Nothing. There's a big news story. What was it before that? Obama, whatever. Drone bomb something, and, you know. Even the Iraq war, you know, like, there wasn't a draft. We're not drafting anybody? Come on. I just feel like news. That's just like I stopped listening to news. Just like, none of this is. It's all just like shock value. It's all just. Like if you read it, it's fine if you know. It's like watching a soap opera, like it's all dramatized, but like how can you can't take anything serious anymore? Our freaking media, who cares? I mean, it's all just I don't even know what to believe anymore, you know? Like that's the problem. Okay, anyway, let's not be political because that's not my MO. And I don't anyway. Okay, more movie cliches. Running from the bad guy in horror film, you have to trip and fall. Yeah, you have to, of course. You always have to be like, oh no, and look back. That's very annoying to me because it's like, really, you couldn't just run and not fall? Like, never? You can never just run and not fall? It's insane. Okay, let's get started here with our blue here, and let's go. Okay, here's our blue line. I'm going to drag that down as straight and thin as I can here. I didn't really do a better job on the second go. Here we go. Oh, hey, Philip. Philip's back. My cat's back, everybody. Okay, here's one. I think if I just go fast, that's my best bet. Okay. Get more water. Make sure you have some water mixed in. The more water you got in, the smoother those lines go. And then they gotta take forever to get up. They can't just get right up and like run. They're like, oh my god, all of a sudden I don't know how to stand up anymore. Okay, now let's see, when I put these ovals in here, what you wanna do here is you wanna really just keep my brush to the canvas and twist your hand. And it's kind of tricky, you know, so I just like to go start there, just take my time on that. Alright, and then I kind of go on this back one again. Oh, really fucked that up. Well, whatever. Just continuing to fuck it up. We'll fix that later, okay? The good thing about this painting is it's easy to fix. The last painting I did last week, the parts I messed up were not easy to fix. I would have to go back and completely repaint the background, which I think I'm still going to do to try to fix it. But there we go. That's pretty good. This is bullshit. We'll fix that later. Okay, good enough for now. Let's take our small round brush, our medium round brush. Exactly. Yeah, those are messed up glasses I got from Dollar General. So. Okay, here we go. Let's paint some flowers. Okay, now there's lots of cool ways to do these flowers. I've been watching a lot of, unfortunately I'm on TikTok now, and I see TikTok videos. Let's do this. So let's take some red and some white. My white. Now this white's a greedy girl, okay? This white is a size queen. She wants it all. So my white is gonna get real involved, okay? She's not a sit in the corner and watch kind of girl. She's a get involved kind of girl. And so my white, I'm gonna take some white and some red. I'm gonna start. What I want to do is I kind of angle my brush here. I'm gonna use the shape of my brush here. Maybe a little bit more red. That's a little too much. That white's just so greedy. She's a greedy girl. Okay. A little bit darker red. Okay, what we want to do is just kind of start adding these in, right? Excuse me. There we go. You know, I don't know, my belly button. Okay, can we talk about this too? Innie and outie belly buttons. Okay, so as a kid, I always thought, oh, you always learn about, oh, there's innie and outie belly buttons, right? That's what I remember anyway. And I was like, oh, I'm an innie. And everyone's like, yeah, me too, because who's an outie? It was crazy. Now, I'm not going to go over, the main thing you do is you don't want to go over this front line here. Well, an innie belly button, right? Now, my father had a herniated belly button. Basically, he got so fat, his belly button popped out. That's what I took from it anyway. I mean, that's not the most scientific determination from that, but as a child, as a young man watching my dad go through that, I thought, Dad, you're just so fat, your belly button's popping out. Well, guess what, folks? My belly button's popping out, okay? Now my belly button's kind of starting to not be so innie, okay? So, but then I was thinking about it, I'm like, wait, I don't know anyone in my life that's really an outie. So outie people, where you at? Outie people, if anyone's an outie, tell me. And also, when you're an outie, wouldn't you see it poking out of their shirt? And I've never noticed that in my life. Like, are they just really good at hiding it? Is it so common that I just don't notice it? Where's all the outies? Outie belly button people. What if you? Oh, thank you. Purdy says I look handsome. Wow, Purdy. Purdy, I'm taken, okay? You're not gonna get a date with me, okay? Purdy, don't even try. Purdy, you want to see the trivia question today? I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna angle my brush and use them very light, and then press them a little harder. And I get these kind of, a little angled, kind of like, not necessarily a teardrop, but kind of that teardrop shape as I go in. I'm just kind of angling my brush back towards the stem. I'm gonna put some smaller ones out here. Okay, today's trivia question, Purdy, is who would win in a spelling bee? You got A, Fonzie, B, Cosmo Kramer, C, Michael Scott from The Office, D, I don't know, E, Charlie Kelly, which has been guessed, so Charlie Kelly's off the board, F, Ted Lasso, G, Dre Donovan, or H, who friggin' cares? okay? That's your trivia question today. Purdy, if you can figure it out and answer correctly, I'll just send you a painting. Purdy, how you been? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a few weeks. What you been up to, man? Doing okay? Okay, Purdy says D, I don't know. Okay, good. Another solid guess from Purdy. Purdy's an expert, okay? Now, Purdy... Don't mess with Purdy. He knows what he's doing around here. He's a longtime fan. Oh, you know what else, Purdy? Good news for you. I think I'm going to have some swag to give away soon, okay? Purdy, tell me this. Would you rather a tumbler or basically anything you can imagine? How about a shot glass with paint the edge off on it, huh? Would you like that? I can make shot glasses now and have them laser etched with my logo on there. Would you like that? Would that be something you want? Yeah, Purdy, you're my groupie. Shot glass would be dope, right? Do you use tumblers? See, I know tumblers go like crazy, but I never use tumblers. But if you're a tumbler, if that would work for you, I'll send you one of those too. Okay, so again, I feel like I need a little bit more water in now. I've been painting for a while. It's starting to get a little dried out. Add some water to your paint. Really thin it up. And again, I'm just kind of pulling in, angling my brush. There we go. I'm trying not to go over this front line. This back line, back blue line, sure. Front blue line, no. Oh, tricky, but SXX tricky. Remember that game? I do, because I'm 33 years old, and that was big and when I was in junior high. Okay, let's put a little bit more here. There we go. Oh, what do you know? Oh, there's some red. What you know? Okay, I think that's good with the red. Maybe we could add more color. Let's add some white. Let's add a little bit of white to this. Let's mix up a very light paint. Light paint. Ooh, yeah, that's good. Ooh, you can see the color there. Hey, thanks, Purdy. Appreciate you. Compliments. Purdy's always complimenting me. He's always inflating my ego. Doesn't need inflating, by the way. I'm gonna add a little bit of this light pink in here, okay? Let's add some of these, just give it a little bit of variation. I'm gonna try not to go outside my things, even though I'm kind of drunk and fucking it up. Let's add a little bit of light pinks in here. Maybe I'll just go through every so often, and maybe not every single one, but add some light pinks in some of these. Maybe some areas where there's, especially, another thing I always have to battle with painting is the transparency. Sometimes if you don't, white is a very opaque color, meaning it is the opposite of transparent. It stands out on things. If you got a bright color that's very transparent and you want to kind of make it look more like it's covering what's behind it, white is a good color to make it look not so transparent, because white is more opaque. You can kind of take this color and paint back on top of something and it'll kind of cover it up. So it's a good color to use in those situations. But I'm going to go through and just kind of add this. Give some of our little red flowers a little bit more detail. Let's angle it in. Let's see our painting a little bit better there. Okay, so we've gotten over halfway through this painting. Probably let's take a shot. Let's see. Purdy says, do you need a flower vase, half full or half empty? My flower vase is exactly where it is. It's just right in the middle. It just needs a little bit more water, and it's fine. That's how I would answer that question, Purdy. It's half full. It's half full. I would say half full. I'm more optimistic than pessimistic. Optimistic, negativistic. I'm more optimistic than negativistic. If you're trying to do personality test on me, Purdy. I'll just tell you, I took the Briggs-Meyer test, and it was basically like, you're a dick. Is basically what I got from it. I was an ENTJ-T. ENTJ-T. And there's dash A and dash T. And I looked up what's the difference. And the A, if it's dash A, it's assertive. If it's dash T, it's turbulent. So I'm the turbulent kind, apparently. So, yeah. Cheers. So, Purdy, what were you doing last Wednesday? How could you not? Purdy, if you didn't watch last week, I was out of whiskey. I was snowed in, so I couldn't get whiskey. But I had some gin and some vodka. Okay, I'm going to dry my painting, by the way. I had some gin and some vodka, and I chased it with pickle juice. And I love pickle juice, but I think what I figured out after about 7 shots in was like, oh, I don't need to take gulp pickle juice like I do my Dr. Pepper or Coke. Just take a little sip of pickle juice and it cuts the taste of alcohol. But instead I was drinking a ton of pickle juice, like really throwing it back, and really it got to me. It was really rough. But I did take also, really in reality, I took 17 shots last week. And I'll tell you this, it showed at the end of my painting. I really messed up my painting last week for the first time. I can't say that I could say like I really fucked up a painting like I did last week. I think I fucked it up worse than I've ever fucked up a painting. So that was cool. I'll be honest, I felt like shit the rest of the night, and the next day I was like, what did I do yesterday? I don't know, I felt like it went horribly. I went back and kind of rewatched some stuff, and it was kind of, I don't know, it was fine. But at in the moment I thought, this is the worst thing I've ever done. But it wasn't, it was fine. I just got too drunk a little bit. Okay, let's take our small flat brush, our medium flat brush again. Now we're just gonna add more white here. Lots more white. So this is gonna be our light blue. Okay. Yeah, this is where I want to take some. Sheesh. Maybe I'll just go straight white. Actually, you know, I got some light blue on my brush. You could take some light blue through there, but I think instead I'm just gonna grab white, just white paint. Let's take a new plate with just white paint. Let's make sure our brush is really nice and clean. And we'll get some white paint on there. Here we go. Yeah, if it's a little blue, it's fine, but let's get a pretty much white. Oh, see, that's mostly white, right? Let's get that water mixing in. And yeah, here we go. Purdy, we were talking earlier about movie cliches. My big one was the teacher in the classroom when the bell rings. For some reason, all of a sudden they have to yell over the class, sprinting out of the classroom over the bell that there's an exam Monday or something. And that's just so overdone. Like, that's just not how most classrooms are, you know? Like, every single scene has to be like that. So if you got any of those, let me know. God, you know what else I was thinking about? Okay, let's take this white paint. What we want to do is kind of add some of these white spots in here, just to add a little highlight along our glass. So I'm going to start by going over our blue lines. You know, not the whole thing, just here and there. There's one, right? Maybe I'll put another one here. Just some little streaks here. Maybe some places where I can smooth some things out, where there might be a rough line. let's go and put some of those in. Definitely here I want to like reassert where the front is there. Boom, that is in front, right? The blue is kind of a little transparent. The white is very opaque, so you can add that white in to really solidify where something is. And here's that. And here's another thing I'm gonna do with my white right now. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this. Let's just paint over that. This is where I really fucked up the edge of my blue. Let's fix that up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that looks nice. Now, another thing we want to do. Let's take our big brush. Let's make sure our big brush is nice and clean. Very clean, and we're going to take some white paint. We're going to put some white highlights that's going to come up and look like a glass highlight on our glasses. Let's take our big brush. Let's make sure we get it nice and clean. I like to run it through a paper towel like this and open it up. Okay, that's pretty much just looks like water. If you see any bright colors or dark, deep colors in there, that means there's still paint in your brush. Let's take our big brush, get some nice, solid, thick white paint. Here's what I want to do. Let's put some highlights on our glass. Okay, let's say there's a highlight going right here. What I want to do is I'm going to press down, drag, and just lift off. Okay, so here we go. Alright. That's one. Let's go here. That's what I likes and I likes what I do. I likes and I likes.
Thank you, most interesting.
I likes what I do. Now, if you see that in the light, it's a little more clear. I can even go this again. And I likes what I do. Likes and I likes. It does what I likes and I likes what I do. But then you got a little bit of highlight going on there. Now, this painting, not the best for it, like as far as seeing what it looks like, but trust me, it looks better. There we go. Okay, so we got some highlights on there. I think our painting's pretty good. Let's take a shot. And let's start painting our blue flowers in after this. And then we'll start adding the real stuff in. And I'm going to have to look at my painting from it to remember how I did this. And does what I want, and I want what I do. No, it's not the most stuff I've ever seen. Of course not. What an absurd thing to say. That's crazy. But yeah, it was a lot. No, we've had pretty big snowstorms before where there's just massive snowstorms. But it was a good one. I don't know, whatever. It was fine. What I hate about Arkansas is they just shut down when there's snow. They're just like, they just give up. They're like, I guess we don't do anything now. I guess we just are done. They don't fucking clear the roads. They just are like, everyone stay inside. And it's like, why don't you get a plow and plow the roads and we can still live our lives? And they're like, no, just shut everything down. Okay, I'm gonna shot on the shot counter. Who wants to win a painting? Who would win in a spelling bee? Now, the Fonzie, he was too cool for school. Yeah, maybe win a spelling bee. Cosmo Kramer might. Michael Scott might be smarter than you think. I don't think Charlie Kelly would. These are all cool guys who are too dumb, or just dumb guys. That's a trivia question. Okay, let's take our small round brush. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm gonna figure out how to paint these in as we go because it's been a while since I painted this one. Like a long time. Alex, Riley already guessed Charlie, so no. Alex, you gotta guess somebody else, okay? Alex, here's the options again. Alex, you're going to ask this one too. You're ax this too. I was talking about movie cliches. Like, the one that got me this week was the teacher in the classroom, whenever the bell rings, they have to yell over the bell to all the students and say, "Hey, and don't forget there's a exam Monday." And they're like, "Well, whatever, you going skating tonight after school?" And they just start like ignoring her and walking out of the room. What's another movie cliche like that? I already mentioned how no one says bye on the phone, which I think you pointed out to me maybe. If you got any more movie cliches, point that out to me. Okay, let's get some light blue on our medium round brush. Okay. I didn't eat much food today either. I'm gonna be getting drunker more than faster than normal. Let's take some medium blue. Okay, now what did I do here? Okay, let's start with this. Let's take some darker blue first. Shit, okay. Ugly girl who's suddenly pretty because she stops wearing glasses and a ponytail. Yeah. Airport chases and rom-coms. Yep, that's classic. Cliche. Alex, how about this? Why did the Ninja Turtles wear masks? Yeah, this is something I was thinking about. I was watching... God, what was I watching? I think it's the Seth Meyers show, and they were talking about masks. Which Ninja Turtles wore what masks, and I thought... I can't remember, maybe they said it. Maybe I'm just stealing this from... I don't think they really were talking about this, but maybe I'm wrong. But why did the Ninja Turtles wear masks to begin with? Like, they're not hiding their identity. It's not like a Ninja Turtle could just go walk around the streets without a mask on. They'd be like, "Who are you? Hey, you think about these crazy masked giant creatures at night fighting crimes. Like, not me. I'm just normal old John Doe. See?" And they're like, "Man, if we just knew what these giant turtles looked like without masks, we could identify them." So I was thinking about that. Made me wonder. I'm like, yeah, why do they wear masks? It's not like they're hiding any form of identity. They don't even go up and interact with people because they're obvious. It's obvious that they're these monsters. Okay, let's take this darker, deeper blue. Just dark, deep blue. Let's first paint in these snow cone parts. These little back sections here. Let's paint those in. Maybe it's a little cone like that. Maybe it's a little line like that, right? We're just gonna put a little bit of that in there. I keep, because they were originally parodies of superheroes, they were making fun of Clark Kent glasses and secret identities in general. So you're saying it was all like tongue-in-cheek, like they knew the whole time? It makes no sense. Well, I refuse to believe that, so give me another theory. Yeah, I don't know. In general, I think it's more just for, like, branding purposes. Like, oh, I'm the blue one, I'm the purple one. Now, originally they were all red, so it's like, we're the Ninja Turtles. It just seems like a thing where they're like, we're ninjas, we wear masks. Is that what it is, Alex? Get back to us on that. Okay, let's take our white and our blue. Let's make a nice... I basically put in some dark blues around the bases of our flowers. And then let's figure this out. I kind of can't remember how I did this. Let's make a lighter blue. Maybe not that light, but... maybe this deeper blue. Or a little lighter, maybe. Alex, did you guess the trivia question? Because you can't guess Charlie Kelly. So, did you have another one? Okay, let's take our, God, how did I do this? Okay. I think I just took my round brush and I just kind of guessed at the shape. Now, here's a shape, right? Okay, so if here's the center of my flower, right here. Not that you can friggin' see that, but there's the center, right? I think what I did is I just kind of like... there's my flower petals. Let's can't tell her I love you. Alright, I think I went like that first. Kind of got them outside petals in. Yeah, let's do that. That works. That tracks. Here we go. I'm just going to pull in towards my middle point where I know, boom, there's some big petals there. Big ass petals. BAP, big ass petals. Alex guesses Ray Donovan. Okay, let's go here, let's go there, there we go. Doesn't reason. So I'm gonna start, maybe that's how I'll start. Boom, boom, boom. And a little circular motion pulling towards the middle. Just can't tell I love you. Now this one's kind of going all around. It's kind of opening up in your face. It's blossoming in your face hole, you know? Speaking of holes, this is like it's like looking straight at you, someone, straight down the starfish of someone's butthole, you know? Just, boom. That one's like, boom. Oh god, I didn't want to see that. Well, you saw it. That's what that one is. Ray Charles Donovan, that's not one of the answers. You're disqualified. Don't ever guess that again. Ray Charles is one of my favorite musicians, and that's not even a joke. That's seriously, I love Ray Charles. So if you're gonna blaspheme or make light of Ray Charles, I will fucking kill you. Okay, I think we got most of our flowers. Oh, there's one right here. And there's one here. Alex, if you ever make fun of Ray Charles again, I'll hunt you down and I'll kill you. Okay, there's one. Here's another friggin' one. Whatever. I'm just kind of pulling in towards the middle. Okay, now there's more flowers that I've seen on TikTok. And I think I'm going to tackle those here soon too, because they're pretty fucking easy. People are just painting them on black backgrounds like nothing. It's like, you can paint a flat one like this. It's like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And you can do it where they don't look like crap too. Actually, is in a painting. Okay, let's take some more blue in here. Let's get a little bit darker shade of blue. Okay, let's take some blue and let's do this. Let's go ahead and start adding in. Some of these petals might start coming in towards here, towards the middle. Especially when they're starting to reach the middle point there. Let's add some of those. There we go. You know, I'm feeling a little thirsty. I'm gonna want to take a shot. But let's first start by adding some of these darks in here in the middle. I like to get pretty abstract with this. So out here, this is kind of the bottom. This is our biggest one, right? That's kind of our biggest flower. Let's go ahead and make that pretty clear where that bottom part of that one is. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, let's go ahead and take a shot. Okay, let's take our 12th shot. I learned from last week that 15 to 17 is where I start really fucking up. So I'm trying not to get into the 17 range. Okay. That's 12, that's pretty good. Okay, so what we want to do here is let's go back to our small flat brush. Wash it out. Let's get some brown. Let's get a little bit of black. Mix a drop of black in there with your brown. So you have a slightly darker brown. Let's go ahead and put in this little center blob on each of these. Now we've kind of decided we've got a little basic flower set up there for each one of those. Maybe that one's too to the side. I'll put a little one there. I just put it kind of right in the middle there. Man, it looks so much brighter on the camera than it does. That's kind of more what it looks like, right? Here's what I do. Let's take our flat brush. Let's wash it out a little bit. And let's get some more paint colors on here. And let's start really adding some nice blues in here. Let's take some of our white. Get some of that white and blue on our brush. And let's start really adding some of this in. Let's go. I kind of like adding these rough, kind of more. Okay, let's get a new one. Clearly, I got too many paint colors on that one. Okay, let's take something like that. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go ahead and get a little. Let's go ahead and take your artistic license out of your pocket and start artistic licensing the shit out of some stuff. Okay, let's just go for it. Oh, there we go. Now sound effects are good. Just remember, we got white paint again. This white, again, like I said earlier, this white's a greedy girl, okay? It's a size queen. This white paint, I mean, it wants it all, you know? It's like, give me a devil's threesome or a devil's fivesome. Like, this white paint's like, it's a greedy girl, okay? Alright, let's put some white. Now, there's another layer after this. We're going to kind of put this dripping effect. I like to go loose with this and really make it kind of... Ooh, I like it. I think this is what people want to see. They want to see your brush strokes. They want to see an interpretation of a flower. They don't want to see a photorealistic picture of it. Maybe some people do. Maybe some people want to see a photorealistic picture painting of flowers. And for that, they can go take a fucking picture and whatever. But that's not what most paintings are. They're not. Let's go big with it. Go big. Go big or go the fuck home. Here we go. Shit. A lot of that brown there. Darn it. That's okay. We start on the outside and move in. Move the way your light's moving. Your light's moving in towards the middle. Okay, let's do the fun part. Let's get some really watery blue and get some of these drips going on. Okay, let's get some blue. Let's get just a bunch of water. So I'm going to start by just kind of water. I'm just kind of dripping this water on here. And I'm just going to stir in this water down here. Get a very watery mixture. I'm just going to... Now, if you've got some clean water nearby, just dump some clean water on there. Unfortunately, I'm a ways away from my sink. So I'm going to make do with the water in my water cup. And I'm just going to get the most watery, bluish mixture I can get here. Just keep adding water to it. Pick a super watery blue. And I'm going to pick where Okay, here we go. Let's go one right here. And if it's not running enough, you take a little bit more water. Boom. Let's put a little bit here. A little bit there. And if that one's not running enough, let's just dip our brush in water and just keep tapping it to it. There we go. Now let's put a little bit here. That's running good. Let's put a little there. Ooh, yeah. We'll put a little bit here. What about here and here? Yeah, what's up, bitch? You want some runny fucking water? Oh, take that, bitch. It's good to dirty talk your paint too. That's what I like to do. I dirty talk my paint because I think that's what Bob Ross was missing. He wasn't dirty talking his paint as much, which I think is very important. You need to really tell your paint who's boss, okay? Really treat it like shit, really just kind of like, if I'm a paint color, I want to know my place. I want to know what's going on. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm trying to, okay, there we go. And let's add a little bit more water to that. Here we go. Ooh yeah, let's go. We got them drips. Got the drips just like me. After I eat a spicy buffalo chicken wrap. Okay. Hey, we did it. Look, guys, we made a painting. We didn't really tackle any and outy belly buttons like I was hoping we would today, but we had a good time. Let's go ahead and take our little tiny brush and sign our painting, and we'll see who won the trivia question. Okay, so today's question was, who would win in a spelling bee? And I have all these people listed. The correct answer is, I don't know. No one knows. How would you know that? It's a stupid question. You guys are all idiots for even answering it, you morons. But I'm going to give the winner to Riley Abernathy. So congratulations, Riley Abernathy. You win a painting of your choice, okay? So Riley, you just let me know which painting you want, and I'll send it to you, and we'll see who wins. G was not right. Ray Donovan would not win this spelling bee. Okay, look, clearly no one knows. Okay, look, if it's anybody, it's probably Michael Scott, you idiots. Jesus Christ. Ooh, Michael Scott would still win a spelling bee, okay? Hey, cheers. So congratulations, Riley. Okay, let's sign our name, and I think we did it. Okay. Let's take a little bit of this light blue. I'm gonna put a little. Look at that, it's a fancy ass painting now. So with that being said, look, we made a nice, pretty flower painting. My light's too bright is what I've come to realize. It's kind of cool. What if I do like that? Okay, well, don't sign my name on your painting. Sign your name, your initials. Yeah. Okay, don't. Alex. Alex, you're a constant just problem for me. And I'm gonna move past it. So thank you guys for watching, and Alex, just stop talking. I just need you to stop talking. Like, you're really kind of sick of you, if I'm being honest. Like, if you could just get out of my life, it'd be great. But you never will. So thank you everybody for watching, except for Alex, and have a good rest of your week. And let me know your other favorite movie cliches. And I'll see you next week. And I love you. And goodbye. Good to see you too, Purdy. All right, bye.